Learn English through stories.
Samantha's Mountain Adventure. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a young girl named Samantha. She was known for her insatiable curiosity and her unquenchable thirst for adventure. One sunny morning, Samantha was visiting her beloved grandfather, who was sitting on the porch, enjoying the warm rays of the sun. She climbed onto his lap and, with bright eyes, asked him a question that had been on her mind for a while. "Grandpa," she began, "tell me about the mountain we can see from here. The one with the snow on top. What's it called?" Grandpa smiled at his inquisitive granddaughter and began to share a fascinating story. "That, my dear Samantha, is Majestic Peak. It's the tallest mountain in the entire land. Legends say that a great treasure lies at its summit, but reaching it is a grand adventure. It's a journey that tests not only one's strength but also their determination and courage." Samantha listened with rapt attention, her imagination running wild. She had always loved hearing Grandpa's stories, and this one was no exception. From that moment on, she knew what her next big adventure would be. "I want to climb Majestic Peak, Grandpa," Samantha declared. "I want to find out what's at the top." Grandpa chuckled, knowing that Samantha was a determined young girl. "If you're serious about this adventure, we'll need to prepare. Climbing a mountain is no small feat, but with patience and practice, you can achieve it." Over the next few days, Samantha's life took on a new purpose. She visited the library, where she borrowed books on mountain climbing. With Grandpa's guidance, she studied the basics of climbing equipment, learned how to tie knots, and understood the importance of using ropes safely. She was an eager learner, absorbing every piece of information like a sponge. One sunny afternoon, Samantha and Grandpa took a trip to a nearby hill, a gentle introduction to the world of climbing. Samantha practiced her newfound skills, tying and untying knots, securing her harness, and ascending and descending the hill with grace. Grandpa watched proudly as his granddaughter embraced the challenges with enthusiasm. Weeks turned into months, and Samantha grew stronger with each practice. She wasn't just honing her climbing skills but also her physical fitness. She realized that mountain climbing required not only knowledge but also endurance. As Samantha's determination and skills grew, she graduated from the small hill to more challenging peaks. With Grandpa as her mentor, she scaled one hill after another, gaining the experience she needed to attempt the grand challenge of Majestic Peak. The day of Samantha's adventure finally arrived. She and Grandpa set off before dawn, carrying backpacks filled with essential supplies. As they approached the base of Majestic Peak, Samantha gazed up at its towering height, a mixture of excitement and nervousness churning in her stomach. Grandpa looked at her reassuringly and said, "Remember, Samantha, this journey is not just about reaching the summit. It's about the experiences, the lessons, and the memories you'll collect along the way." Samantha nodded, her resolve strengthening. With Grandpa by her side, they embarked on the journey. The path was rocky, but Samantha carefully placed her feet, taking one step at a time. The higher they climbed, the cooler the air became, and Samantha was thrilled by the magnificent views of the valley below. As they climbed higher, they encountered a friendly group of fellow climbers who were also on their own mountain adventure. Samantha was happy to make new friends, and they decided to climb together. They shared stories, laughter, and snacks, making the adventure even more enjoyable. The group pressed onward, each step bringing them closer to the summit of Majestic Peak. Along the way, they overcame steep slopes, crossed narrow ridges, and even weathered a sudden rain shower. Samantha faced her fears and pushed herself to climb higher, knowing that her determination was stronger than any challenge. At last, after a challenging climb, they reached the summit of Majestic Peak. Samantha couldn't believe her eyes. The view was breathtaking. The world stretched out before her, with endless mountains, valleys, and a bright blue sky. She felt like she was on top of the world. Samantha and her new friends celebrated their achievement with high fives, hugs, and smiles. They took photos to capture the moment, a memory they would cherish forever. Samantha knew that the real treasure was the beauty of nature surrounding her and the bonds she had formed with her fellow climbers. The descent was a bit easier, and as Samantha made her way down, she couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. She had conquered Majestic Peak, and her heart was filled with joy. She knew that the lessons she had learned on this journey would stay with her forever. When they returned to the village, Samantha was greeted with cheers and applause. Her family and friends were proud of her. Samantha felt like a true adventurer, and she knew that this was just the beginning of her many adventures. Samantha's mountain climbing journey had taught her many valuable lessons. She learned that with determination, practice, and the support of loved ones, she could achieve even the most challenging goals. She discovered the beauty of nature and the joy of making new friends along the way. Samantha's story became an inspiration to others in the village. Many were inspired to embark on their own mountain climbing adventures. The mountains offered endless challenges and rewards, but most importantly, they taught the importance of courage and perseverance. Samantha's dream of climbing Majestic Peak had come true, but it was just the beginning of her many adventures. She knew that the world was full of exciting opportunities waiting to be explored, and she couldn't wait to see where her next adventure would take her. And so, Samantha's love for adventure and the lessons she learned from mountain climbing shaped her into a confident and resilient young woman, ready to face any challenge life had in store. The end. Vocabulary words. Summit, the highest point of a mountain or hill. Curiosity, a strong desire to learn or know more about something. Adventure, an exciting and challenging experience or journey. Treasure, valuable items or riches that are hidden or protected. Inquisitive, eager to learn or ask questions. Determination, the quality of being resolute or firm in purpose. Grandfather, one's father's or mother's father. Climbing, the act of ascending, scaling, or going up a steep surface, such as a mountain. Compass, a device used for determining direction, often with a magnetic needle pointing to the north. Ropes, long, thick cords used for various purposes, including climbing. Harness, a set of straps and fastenings that secure a person during climbing or other activities. Mentor, a wise and trusted guide or teacher. Endurance, the ability to endure hardship, suffering, or a demanding task. Resolve, firm determination to accomplish a goal. Reassuringly, providing comfort, relief, or a sense of security. Enthusiasm, intense and eager interest or excitement. Ridges, long, narrow elevated sections of land, often found on mountains. Resilient, able to withstand or recover from difficult situations. Inspiration, something that motivates or encourages action or creativity. Bonds, connections or relationships formed through shared experiences.